Hey, what is up, you guys? Good to see you. We're on day 2 of our Get Ready for Mulch project. So I just went and grabbed our JCB lift, as I told you guys in the last video, or I hope I told you in the last video. That's the one where I lost all my files when I was transferring them over, so that video was just kind of a mess. But anyway, what we're going to do today, I'm going to put Anderson in the basket here. We've got all of our pole saws and our Dewalt chainsaw, some extra batteries. I'm going to throw him in the basket, and then we're going to drive up through the driveway and get some of these big old limbs that are kind of hanging out, get them cut down so that the mulch truck, when he comes this coming week, he can get through with no problem. But Anderson went to lunch right now, so let's go plant some ferns and then that one semi-rare cast iron plant that I was telling you guys about in the last video. Y'all can kind of see how we got some of these limbs just hanging out a little bit too low. These are a few that we're going to try to get rid of today. And we forgot to get some biotone, so we're just going to use this hollytone because it does have all of our beneficial microbes still. And we're just going to throw these ferns right down here in the shady nook with the tractor seat plants. Just got to get all the pine straw out of the way first. And unfortunately, my irrigation doesn't make it all the way down to this spot, but this stays in shade all day long, so I'm hopeful that the soil's real moist now. I think it stays pretty moist down here, so I'm hopeful that these ferns will make it. I brought in some Bloomin' Easy potting soil. This is the same soil that we put in our green stalk planter the other day, and it does a pretty good job of holding moisture as well. I'm gonna go ahead and plant this Japanese painted fern first. Isn't that color? It's beautiful on that thing. It has like silver highlights to it. Hopefully y'all can see that. Really pretty fern. I'd like to use more ferns in my landscape, but I don't have, tons and tons of shade, and these guys need pretty much full shade. I'm just going to go ahead and add 2 handfuls of the hollytone. This will get those microbes started. And it's also, of course, our organic fertilizer. And bring some of our Bloomin' Easy soil right down around it. I'm not going to pack it in too tight, so we don't want it. We want air still to get down to those roots, but we also, need to kind of help solidify the plant a little bit and hold that moisture in. And there we go, y'all. Once we get, almost fell over. Once we get our mulch down here around it, that'll really help this fern pop. But that's just some beautiful, beautiful color there. And I say, since we've got the soil, let's go ahead and just dump us a few bags right here, and we'll plant those other 2. See, what kind of ferns were these? These are ghost ferns. And so I say let's go ahead and plant these 2 ghost ferns right here behind this Japanese painted fern and give us like a little fern bed. And this soil that I'm going to dump out right now, or attempt to, is from our friends in the upstate of South Carolina, Earthen Organics. And they have a worm farm up there. We sell all their worm castings at the nursery, but this is some really, really good stuff that they're bagging up now. Had a little bit of grass growing out of the bottom of the bag. That's how good it is. Look how green that grass is. And we're just going to kind of plant on top of the ground here since we have the soil to do it with. I think it'll look real nice right here under the base of this pine tree. And once we get our mulch around these ferns, you'll never even know that we didn't have soil here to begin with. Man, this is easy planting right here. I love planting on top of the ground. It's definitely an expensive way to plant because you have to buy the soil in bags, but sure does make it easy. And true to form, I forgot to put my holly tone in. No big deal though. We'll just come right back. Spread some right around the base. Work it in the soil a little bit. And those microbes can get down in all that worm casting mix and fresh soil and go to work. And I think they'll do just fine right here in this shady little spot. I think right here, you guys, this is where we're going to put our cast iron plant. This is called Linen's Song. So Aspidistra elatior, or cast iron plant. But this one has a unique variegation. You can see right down the center of the leaf has beautiful, almost hosta-like color. I got this from Plant Delights. They have got some really neat stuff up in Raleigh. You can go to their website, plants. I don't know if it's plantdelights.com, but I'm sure you could Google it. Got some really neat perennial stuff and some tropicals as well, but a lot of stuff that's hardy. And since we got one bag of our Earthen Organics pot mix left, let's just go ahead and dump it out right here. Incorporate it into the soil a little bit and get our cast iron plant planted right here. Now we're going to take my shovel, kind of dig down into the native soil and toss our potting soil into it. Just incorporate it real good, homogenize it. Using big words today. Get it all mixed together. I think we're going to leave it kind of raised up. It gives kind of a natural effect, like the plant just kind of grew right up on that mound. We'll remember this time, sprinkle some of our holly tone, about 2 handfuls. And then we can grab, they call this cast iron plant. You'll see these growing in some deep shade situations like under bridges and stuff, but they're real tough. This one's super special to me. I've only got the one, so I'm really gonna have to check on this guy and make sure that he makes it. We'll turn him something like that, and just grab our soil and bring it right around the base of him. Pack it down just ever so slightly, and remember to put our tag. Hey, look at here. That's a good sign. We've got earthworms, so that can for sure help enrich the soil. We'll put him back, smooth this out a little bit, mulch around it when the mulch truck comes, and that should look really good right there. All right, Anderson, you sure you trust me? ¿Tienes confianza, amigo? Okay, he says he trusts me. He don't know me that well yet. So let's go cut some limbs. Oh, the bad thing about this is I gotta drive backwards, because as we cut the limbs, we're gonna drop them right in the driveway, so. Pienso que vamos a cortar los 2 ramas que están más por abajo. Esto, sí. Voy a ir un poco más como así. Por abajo. Okay. That works good, man. Well, I love this machine. That is handy right there. That little Dewalt battery powered chainsaw is the bomb, man. That thing does good, but I don't know if he's ever ran one before. You might have to finish it up with that other little saw There you go. There you go, buddy. Good job. Just throw it right on down. Very good. All right, I'm gonna lower you down a little bit. Maybe we can get those small ones right there. Vamos a bajar y tal vez tú puedes cortar los pequeños. No, las ramas que están conectadas todavía. ¿Los pequeñitos? Sí. Sí, okay. Perfecto. Man, I'll tell you what, this telescoping forklift is the cat's meow for doing stuff like this. I'm glad he's up there, not me. I'm scared of heights. Nicely done, sir. Very good. Good job, buddy. Probablemente vamos a limpiar los chiquititos un poco mientras estamos aquí. All right, I'm gonna go to lunch. I'll be back in like an hour. Voy a almuerzo, voy a regresar en una hora. All right, be careful. That's a pretty big old limb right there. We got her down now. Good job, buddy. That big old oak has been getting on my nerves for quite some time. It hit my truck every time I come through here, but she is no more now. We're gonna get her cut up into a few little pieces, which, by the way, that little Dewalt saw, that's a little 20 volt. We've gone through maybe 3 or 4 batteries, but man, I'm impressed. We have cut a bunch of limbs today. This machine is so cool, y'all. All 4 of the tires turn, so you can like make super tight turns, get in and out of some pretty small spaces, but that telescoping boom on this thing, that is money right there. And we have opened this driveway up a ton already. We've been getting it today, y'all. We got a lot accomplished. The driveway looks so much better as you drive around. We got all those overhanging limbs cut down and getting close to quitting time, but I did manage to bring back just a couple of things I wanted to show you. This is a really pretty grass right here. This is Hamelin, so Pennisetum Hamelin, and it has these really nice sprays coming off the top of it. This doesn't get that big, so I brought 2 of them. Anderson's making us 2 holes. We're going to pop them in right there. And then the only other thing that I came home with today, I really had to control myself because the truck was empty. Opposite of yesterday when we had all that crap in the back of the truck. I had space to bring back more, but I did good, and I just brought back 3 plants. The other one is going to be this thuja. This is emerald, so it keeps kind of more of a conical style growth. This is the brother to the green giant, which gets real wide. But we had a palm that didn't make through the winter up here, so we're going to transplant him into that hole. And then we've got this bed pretty much prepped. I still need to spray, which I may have to wait till tomorrow. Now that we've got it all weed eated, I'd like to come in, spray it with that Killzall, and then I think we're ready for mulch. But it's been a busy weekend, so we did Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, all just in preparation for the mulch truck coming. So I think we did good. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I'm gonna plant these last few little plants, and I'm gonna go up to my sister's house for a little barbecue and enjoy the rest of Labor Day weekend. All 1 hour that I have left of it, but it's good because I feel so much better now that we are prepared and we are ready. So again, thank you guys for hanging out with us today, and remember, the more you know, the more you grow. I'll see you on the next video, y'all.